top 4 place at stake. Arsenal 4 points ahead of Spurs with 3 games to go, but a Tottenham win will take them to 1 point behind the Gunners. Spurs are 7 games unbeaten against Arsenal at home in the Premier. Wow. Arsenal's last league win at Spurs was way back in 2014. By the way, I've just spoken to someone, Ali, and no, I can't say.
Go on, say it.
Go on,
No,
say it. Go on,
say
you can. Go on.
Say it.
He didn't mean it. It just came out. He didn't really mean it.
That's fine. You can say
But he
it.
said it anyway, so come on.
He said, "Can I?"
You can say it.
Yes, you can.
He said he scored more in 3 weeks than you got in one season. Gab.
Who?
Clive Allen.
Did he?
Yeah. He says he got more in 3 weeks than you got in one season.
He must have been some player.
He was. He was a goal machine.
Clive was a goal machine. Yes. I'm not sure about...
Look at him.
I'm not sure about
I don't
3.
bite at you, Al. You like the senior pro. I can't bite at.
Gabby,
so
you
I'll
believe,
take it.
Just don't believe me, right? Just don't believe what I say. Now, he would never say that, but he was a goal machine.
Yeah, goal
by the way.
scorer.
Did he not get...
He'd won 49.
There you go. 49 in
He'd
a
one
season.
season.
Wow.
It was incredible. He had a few good seasons, but he certainly had one season where I'm sure it was something like 49. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, he was... what a finisher.
Yeah.
For more on tonight's huge North London derby, joined now by a man who played for both clubs, for Arsenal and Tottenham defender, Sol Campbell. Sol, good morning.
Very good morning, Sol.
Good morning, chaps. Good morning.
Ooh,
What
Sol.
a game,
Wow.
Sol. What a game we've got tonight, mate.
Oh.
You must be looking forward to it as much as we are.
I'm going to be there.
Brilliant, brilliant. So is Big Al. Big Al's going to be there as well. So I won't be unfortunate, but I'll tell you what, I won't miss it, mate. I'll be right in front of the telly, feet up, and I just can't wait for it, mate.
For me, it's just unbelievable. It's come to this, you know. It's going to define a lot of careers and positions and how people look upon Arsenal, how they look at Tottenham, because I feel this is almost a defining moment for both clubs, you know, because it's so much riding on this game, you know. Arsenal, they don't need to, they're in the driver's seat. Even if they lose, they're still ahead. You know, so it's down to Tottenham at home to go for it. You know, you can't go gun-ho, but you got to win. If you don't want to go for this win, then don't turn up. So for me, the dynamics of this game is incredible. And it will also put a lot of things to rest as well, internally as well. You know, Arteta, I think if he gets it, I think the fans might kind of relax a little bit. And then if Conte doesn't get it, he might be thinking, well, I might have to look elsewhere. You know, there's a lot of things going on here.
So, Arsenal, very young side, aren't they? It's going to make men of some of these players. Don't get me wrong, they go to Anfield, they go up to Man City, they go all over, but this will be hostile tonight, won't it? This will be absolutely rocking. So it's going to be a great, whatever happens to these young Arsenal players, it's a great learning curve for them.
Yeah, massive. I think this will it will see who you are as a footballer. It will see the level you're at now. You know, this game's got so much ride on it. The pressure, the North London derby, the possibility of putting it to bed and making the Champions League or dragging it out for another couple of games and things like that. So for me, it's gonna expose players, who they are, really. And I think it'd be fascinating to see how it all folds out, really, because, you know, this is a top football game. There's a lot of players, both managers are really going for it, and the fans are going to be definitely up for it. But it will show who you are as a footballer.
Who are you supporting tonight, Sol?
You.
Will you get a good reception, Sol?
No, I'm not going. I'm not going to go. I'm ready to.
So
no, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to sit back and enjoy it, and see how Arsenal. I really am interested to see how Arsenal, because, you know, beating Chelsea, getting beating Man United, you know, they put themselves in a driving position.
Yeah,
and they deserve to be in there. But you never know. Tottenham's at home. They might say, do you know what? We're going to spoil the party. We're going to show who we are. And drag it out and see if you can control yourself in the last couple of games.
So that's one of the reasons, mate, that I think and certainly hope it will be a top game tonight. Because I think it's a game that Spurs have got to win to have any chance of top four. But at the same time, I wouldn't say it's a free throw of the dice for Arsenal, but it's a game where they can just go and, express themselves and go and play, and they've done ever so well without, injuries to Tierney and Partey and things like that. I want to ask you, Nketiah, could he be the answer to Arsenal's goal scoring problems longer term?
I think for me, that they're probably looking at, everyone's talking, all the fans talking about Martinelli kind of going up there as well, leading the front. So there's a bit of pressure, and then there's also, a couple of teams watching Nketiah, watching the progress, watching if he, gets a bit kind of, unhappy with the scenario. So, West Ham kind of floating around at the same time. But he's a top player. He's growing in confidence, and that's what centre forwards always need. And yeah, I think he's a young lad. He's an Arsenal man. I think why not give him a chance? But there's a lot of people saying Martinelli might be, moving in there.
So what about, how were the dressing room before the game? You go back to your time and our time. There was verbals, there was screaming, come on boys, we can do them. Is that a thing of the past in a game like this now in the present?
No, I don't think so. I think there's a lot of boys, a lot of homegrown boys in both sides. So they know exactly what it's all about, the derby. So they'll be definitely up for it for sure. It's not like, it's quite nice because I also have a lot of boys who've grown up, understand the derbies, understand London derbies as well, understand the bragging rights, things like that, all that. So they'll be don't get me wrong, they'll be right up for it, both sides, both Tottenham and Arsenal.
And so, just away from that, just in terms of the Premiership, have City done enough now? It was getting knocked out of the Champions League. You thought, whoa, but they've come back strong, haven't they? Do you think it's theirs to lose again?
Yeah, it's definitely down to them to lose. I can't see it. They're just motoring. I mean, De Bruyne. Wow. He could have had 6 goals. It's incredible. They're purring. They got that well out of their system, got back onto that track, and they're just, it's a juggernaut. I can't see anything, moving them off there unless something drastically happens and some freak things happen. But, it's theirs to lose for sure.
And while we're talking about it, so might as well finish off the league for the season. Are you of the opinion that that Leeds have just about gone?
You know what? It's kind of scary how it's all turned around. I think it is scary because when you've got that sinking feeling, and then when you've got the mentality as well, all of a sudden it's just crept up on them, and bang, they're there. They were kind of free spaces above the relegation, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, we're treading water, and we didn't see it coming. And it's, Burnley are experienced getting out. I think Everton historically will just keep out because historically they will just stay up. And I think, Leeds are really banging trouble. They really are.
So tonight, Tottenham's just finally, Spurs against Arsenal at home. Spurs' record is very good over the last several games. Do you take maybe home advantage tonight, or can you see a draw?
I think score draw. I think the momentum is with Arsenal. They're playing fantastic away from home as well. They're getting the wins. I mean, they are open. There's been moments when they're really open, and the opposition hasn't taken their chances. So they'll have to tighten up, because I think if Tottenham gets those openings, they'll finish them off. So I think score draw.
Saul, enjoy tonight.
Enjoy the game, mate.
Thank you. Ali,
Ali,
I think Spurs win tonight. What about you?
I'm leaning towards Spurs. I've got to say, I think it's I mentioned to you earlier when we come on at 6, I'm really looking forward to the game tonight, and I just think, I know Arsenal will be an incredibly dangerous opponent. I just think the game is too vital for Spurs not to win. If they don't win it, effectively it's over. I think we're all in agreement there, and I think it's going to be very tight, but I can see Son scoring.
Gab?
I was saying a draw yesterday, but when you look at how much it's going to mean for Spurs to win this game, to keep it going for the last 2 games, they have to win, don't they? If they can play with the intensity they played against Liverpool, with players throwing their bodies on the line, Son looking in dangerous form, you have to go with Spurs tonight, I feel.
I like Martinelli, but I think Harry scores tonight. I do, and I just take Spurs to nick it.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.